And let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen,
Being recorded.
7 o'clock right now. A very, very blessed evening. Good evening. Happy evening. Can I see you all waving your hands with a big smile on? Welcome. Wow, look at Sunil. You're becoming smarter day by day, Sunil. Good to have you there. Naveenji, hello there. And everybody, let's begin with some warm up and let's do some exercises. Everybody position, hands up and let's begin with the first exercise and make sure your hand is straight. The right hand is going to be giving the impact to the left. So please make sure you're here and let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift over to the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands. Let's proceed further and let's begin with the second exercise. Everybody position. Keep the hand straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift over to the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands. Let's go to the third exercise. Position everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Realign your hands and one more round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands. Let's go to the next exercise. Position everybody and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just realign your fingers. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands. Let's go to the fifth exercise. Position everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands. Let's go to the sixth exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift over to the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands. And the last exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift over to the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub your hands, rub it across your body and give me a double-handed high five, everybody. Let's exchange some energy there. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your commitment of showing up every Wednesday. And those of you attending this session for the first time, commit. All Wednesdays are going to be the days where we work on improvising ourselves as a person, as a handwriting analyst, as a person who's contributing back to this science. So thank you so much for your ongoing commitment. Right now, today's session is going to be a super exciting session because we have something very interesting to share with you, all of you. And as usual, all the session starts, we are going to start with our code of honor. So let's understand what all is awaiting you all. So let's begin with. So the first topic for today is the learning metaphors. One of the biggest challenge of all the handwriting analysts, in fact, including me when I began my career as a handwriting analyst, was communicating the analysis. Because I always believe strongly, one word of yours can make the analysis or break the analysis. One word can make your analysis or you'll break your analysis. So what is important is you need to really get present to this power of communication, especially using the technicality of declaring and describing the behavior. Number 2, what are the ethics of being a handwriting analyst? That is also very important. Number 3, introduction as a handwriting analyst. How you will be introducing yourself, how do you invite people? All this thing is very important. And next is the curious mind segment. So we also have the question answer round and we're going to be interacting with you. So the conversation I want to get started with you today. Are you all ready for it? Are you ready for it? So let's begin with the code of honor and then we're going to be saying that. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the code of honor. I hope you have created your own code of honor. If not it, please don't sleep today before you complete the code of honor. It's highly, highly important. Resourceful. Your gateway from knowing to the doing mode. Practicing the power of clarity. Commitment and committed to being responsible in every dimension of life. Contribute back to the society and to the science, and transformation from us to you to others. I hope you're reading this and also making sure that you pick up one code of honor every day, every week, and make sure you practice it and focus on generating results for yourself. So right now, let's begin with a very important conversation. Are you all with me? Okay. Are you ready for that? Chaliye. Now, when you join handwriting analysis, when you analyze people's handwriting, you get to know more about people. For example, let's assume Zulekha ma'am came to the handwriting analysis workshop. She learned how to analyze people, and now she is able to look into anybody's handwriting and analyze. And now she also gets present to her ability of understanding others. Okay, oh, this person is cumulative or this person is analytical. Now the next question is, what will you do next? For example, Shikhaji came to my community. Shikhaji understood she is a cumulative thinker. So my question to Shikha is, what now? Now that you know that you're a cumulative person, now that you know that you're an analytical person, now that you know you have low self-esteem, now that you know what is the area of your relationship which you need to work on. So the question to you is, what next? What next? Like Navinji came into the community, Navinji understood, Imran, I have low self-esteem. So, I realized my measurement of the T-bars and everything. So the question to Navinji is, aage kya? Aage kya? I know some of us are here. Hi, Mamta. Good to see you there. Yes, sir, from July batch. And new members, I know you're yet to do my handwriting analysis program, but this conversation is very much valid for you also, dear. So please be with me. So the question is, having come to the domain of understanding yourself, what is next? What is next? So who wants to answer? For example, Hussein sir came to my session. Hussein realized, Imran, I think I have to work on my procrastination. So he got present that he has procrastination. The question is, what is next? So who wants to answer? Navinji? Yeah. And then Kavita? Yes. Navinji? Next.
Good evening, everybody.
Very good evening.
What I see is the next step is to take action on things that you want to really strengthen up, because we don't say it as weakness, but it is the strong points that will cover up your lower points. So work on these the strengths that you have, so that you are able to balance your weaknesses with the strengths itself, and take those actions and reanalyze after taking those actions where you are after that, and then see what is the improvement that you've got, and take step by step movements ahead, so that you are going into a situation where you are improving yourself, and you also see the changes coming in within yourself. That's what I see as a next step.
Thank you. Thank you, Navinji. And those of you who don't know Navinji, Navinji is a graduate of physician, and now currently he is getting trained to become the next handwriting facilitator. So can we say hello to Navinji there? And let me ask the question again. Those of you just joined in, my question to all of you is, you came to my program, you understood many things about yourself, not only the areas of improvement, but also like you got present that you are socially very selective. You got present that you are a loner. You got present that you have temper. So now that you got present to it, my question is, you also got present that you're an AP writer, you're a BC writer. My question to you is, what is next? So Kavita, what's your answer?
Well, to Naveen's point, where it's important now to start taking action, because what is, what are your areas that you want to develop. I think the next step for me is basically to see how can I spread this further, probably help the society, help people that I want to, or more awareness, get more people into the community and see what is it that we can do better and expand not only the group, but ensure that, there are more and more people who are actually are benefited from the handwriting. That would be my view.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Naveenji. Thank you, Kavitaji. Those of you who want to share your point of view, please type in your name on the chat box so I know that, okay, you're next, so that I don't overrule. So what do you think is next? You came to the community, you understood yourself using handwriting analysis. My question is, what next? Ha, Saroji.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So everybody say hello to Saroji. And before that, let's say hello to Kavita ji. Kavita ji is a inner physician graduate. She's from Mumbai. She works for a corporate. So that's Kavita Iyer for you. And that's Saroji from West Bengal. He is a educationist. He runs a group of institutes and he is a professional handwriting analyst. So Saroji, please, what's your answer?
Yeah, I think after knowing the traits, first we have to convince ourselves. We have to make ourselves understand how it's related to our real life. So I think that is most important. Sometimes
और नजदीक से आके बोलेगा, that will be nice. Yeah.
sometimes such thing happens. We are just flooded by the names, by the technical names. Suppose I am from a medical field, so somehow some doctor detects some disease, and the patient, when he knows the disease, he or she doesn't have the actual idea what is the disease, but by the technical name, somehow she got more affected. So in that case, he or she has to be convinced what is the actual scenario, how he or she can relate with his own status. So in that case also, in handwriting analysis, I think suppose procrastination. Somehow some people may not be knowing the actual term, what is the meaning of procrastination, but if or she can correlate with his or her real life, what is procrastination in his regular activities, if he can correlate, so that will be, I think, the first thing. Then we can go after, or we can make our action plan, how to recover from this situation.
Thank you, Saroji. Nice point. Can you acknowledge Saroji? Come on, everybody. Let's go to Parthaji. Parthaji is a new graduate who just completed his workshop this weekend, and now he is on his way to become a professional handwriting analyst. So somebody who has served in the forensic department of the police. So everybody say hello to Parthapal there. So yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. My answer is, as I'm a meditation and counselor. The thing is, yes, we are having the knowledge, so knowing, now doing the skills, doing. The most important is every day knowing, doing. Most important is being, because it is inside. So every day started with knowing, doing, and going to the bed, being. So always the next important is, if I ask Imran tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, so most important is being. So it is the vibrations every time, being.
Amazing.
To maintain the ethics, it's like a ripple wave, like ocean. See, ocean keeps continuing without any ego. So we are the professional analysts. Maybe we are thousands. Applause, like anything larger than. So being. Namaskar.
Amazing. So those of you just joined us, the conversation we are having right now is, in our life, we come across a lot of programs, and handwriting analysis is one among them, in which you got present कि आप क्या हैं, आपकी खामियां क्या है, आपकी personality क्या है, आप कैसे सोचते हैं, आप कैसे लोगों के साथ रिश्ता बनाए रखते हैं, जुड़ते हैं, ये सब चीजें आपको मालूम हो रही हैं. मालूम होने के बाद अगला स्टेप क्या होना चाहिए? That is what the question we are actually trying to answer right now. Because I have seen a lot of people who come to my community, they didn't knew what is, cumulative thinker, but they understood, okay, I'm a cumulative thinker. They didn't knew what is, needs a challenge, but उनको समझ में आ गया, और मेरी handwriting में इमरान ये नजर भी आ रहा है, उनको वो भी पता चल गया. Now the question is, what now after that? Because most of us get stuck there. So today's session is about, I know it's exciting to know what you do with that information is very important. So I'm asking you a question. what is that which you are going to do, or what are you are looking up to do it? हाँ ऋतुजा, you want to say something? Yes.
हम इसके बाद खुद दूसरों के हैंडराइटिंग से एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं सामने वाले का नेचर,
जी
या हमें अपनी कमियां भी नजर आएंगी,
जी
अपने पॉजिटिविटी भी समझ में आएगी। एज इट इज हम सोशल जब होते हैं तब दूसरे के हैंडराइटिंग से एनालिसिस करने के लिए हमें इजी हो जाएगा।
अमेजिंग। ऋतुजा जी, एक हिसाब तो मुझे मिल गया, दूसरा हिस्सा बताए। अगर आपको अपनी खामियां मालूम हो गए, नेक्स्ट आप क्या करेंगे? अब
आई हैव
लोगों
टू
को
इम्प्रूव।
मालूम हो गया आपको कि लोग ऐसे हैं ऐसे, तो क्या करेंगे उसका आप?
उनको मैं एक सही रास्ता बताऊंगी, जैसे आपने हमें दिया कि हैंडराइटिंग की वजह से क्या क्या हो सकता है। अभी सर इतना तो मैं डिटेल में नहीं जानती कि क्या काफी सेशन मेरे मिस हुए हैं।
आंसर करने के लिए मैं इससे बहुत खुश हूँ। थैंक यू ऋतुजा जी।
थैंक यू सो मच।
And those of you don't know, Rituja ji is a new member in our family. She is doing my July workshop, and that's why she is here right now. Can we say hello to Rituja there? And awesome empowered lady, and I'm really looking forward to adding value to her participation. And those of you who just joined us, we also had. So those wherever you see, July, that means these are the participants of our July workshop. And wherever you see TFS, so these are the participants who have completed and becoming the TFS. And IPG is physician program graduate, and also TPA is the professional approach, and HF is handwriting facilitators, which is my highest level of program. Great. So what next? What next? Malum ho gaya. What is next? Sri Kumar sir, you want to answer?
Sir, I joined this program mainly to correct the handwriting of my children and myself. But sir, you have not mentioned about the handwriting in previous classes. And also, I think that if there is a problem in the handwrite, then what are the solutions? What are the methodology used to correct? What are the tools to be used to correct? If you mention all these in the coming classes, then it will be very useful to us. That is my request.
Sure. I got that. Now today,
Okay.
also learning something,
Ah.
and the question right now we're attempting to understand is, you came to the program, you analyzed yourself. So what are you going to do next about it? So I'll tell you. Thank you so much, Sri Kumar sir. So everybody say hello to Mr. Sri Kumar in there.
Sir, my next program is that first of all, make it thorough, make it detailed study of the 3 days program. After getting the study, then I wish to continue the next level program only after completing this.
The conversation is not about the program. The conversation is about what we'll do with the information we have about us. So let me give you an example. See, we came to the program. I have seen many participants who come to the program. They understand they are like that. And you know what? They become so happy that they know what they are, and the handwriting is also showing up, and it stops there. And they actually get one more validation. यार मैं ऐसा हूँ और मेरी handwriting भी ऐसी ही बता रही है, और उसमें ही वो संतुष्ट हो जाते हैं. That means there's no motivation to go ahead, and you feel excited, elated that okay ये हो गया. The question is next step क्या होना चाहिए? हाँ, I know everybody will say इमरान इसको change करना चाहिए, लेकिन उससे भी बड़ा चीज होती है कुछ और, तो वो हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. सो चलिए जुलेखा मैम से बात करते हैं. जी मैम.
Sir, 1 minute. My idea is to, I have some knowledge about handwriting. Then I have it to apply, then communicate. Otherwise, it will other people.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Yes, Zulekha ma'am. Everybody say Zulekha ma'am. She is
Hi everyone. Hello.
wedding facilitator.
Hello Imran.
She's attending
Imran, I came to the program, I learned and I got to know what are my strengths and weaknesses, everything. And after knowing that, now doing is very important. And now I'm implementing and every day practicing. Even though I've come to Germany, I have come with my books. I'm every day, first thing I do in the morning is I implement whatever as I have the knowledge of it. Now I know what is required, which pattern is required to be practiced. So I take up that and accordingly I keep practicing.
Amazing.
So I'm implementing it and being consistent with it.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my question, the reason I asked you all of us is, it's not only in the handwriting analysis. This is what is our pattern in our life. हम लोग किसी खोज में निकलते हैं और जो खोज में जो हमें आंसर मिलता है, कभी कभार वो आंसर से हम लोग इतने संतुष्ट हो जाते हैं कि एक्शन लेना भूल जाते हैं, और कभी कभार एक बहाना मिल जाता है. We also get this as a reason to classify ourselves. Imran, I'm a slow decision taker. I have come across a lot of my students, when I ask, ये आपको समझ में नहीं आया, you need to really, no, Imran, I'm a cumulative. No, that's why I'm taking more time to learn. So can you see that instead of understanding that you're a slow learner, instead of working towards that, you're being very happy to know that you're a slow learner. And you will use that as a reason to actually tell, you will have your family, you'll have, some of you are married, you have your spouse, and you tell, my husband is a cumulative only. उसको दो बार समझाना पड़ता है कुछ भी बोलने के लिए, उनको लिख के देना पड़ता है. So instead of working on taking the conversation to the next level, we sometimes get happy being that way. Why are you late? Yes, Imran, I'm still working on procrastination, Imran. So because my handwriting also shows I'm procrastination, and you're happily using that as a reason. Why are you late? No, my handwriting also shows procrastination. I know I'm always late, so I'm actually working on it. Can you see that? तो आपको क्या हो रहा है, आपने जब प्रोग्राम किया तो आपको एक एहसास हुआ कि चलिए ये चीज मेरी जिंदगी में आपको मुझे मेरी बारे में ये बता रही है, और उसके बारे में क्या करना चाहिए, आगे क्या करना चाहिए, उसको आप भूल जाते हैं. और जो इंफॉर्मेशन मिला उसमें इतना इमर्स हो जाते हैं that you will use that as a reason now. I have too much of temper, Imran. My handwriting also shows temper. Okay, I got that. Now what is next? Now what is next? Because if you're not, this is what the problem is. You also meet people. Now you have your team who's working with you, and okay, he's analytical, or he always asks questions. He's just like an analytical thinker, right? Okay, his irritation, always he gets irritated. His handwriting is also showing the same thing. So we get happy knowing what that person is used to looking at the handwriting, but what we miss out is the next step.
Correction.
Yeah, Mamta, please.
Yes, correction, consistency, and continuity.
Okay, correction, continuity and
Consistency.
Consistency होना चाहिए. चलिए, अच्छी बात है. Hussain साहब, I saw your hand going up. आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं?
How to come out of the problem?
No, hold on, Shikumar.
Okay.
Yeah, Hussain sir, you're saying something? Yes.
Yeah, I believe we have to take action to overcome that, the whatever we identified with the handwriting from our, and there is always scope for improvement in everyone's life.
True.
So now we have come to know we have temper issue, irritation, whatever the relation issue. We have to take action with a mentor, help of mentor, and there are so many guidelines or guidance we have to take and improve our personality.
Thank you so much. So my invitation to all of you is, come out of the domain that now that you have understood yourself, now you have to take action. The moment I say action, everybody turns the button towards change. No, change is not that, easy thing or important thing. My first idea of anything, for me, change is very sacred. The moment you get to know something, don't get on to changing things. For example, have you come across a new patient who has been newly diagnosed with diabetes? So the moment he gets to know that, okay, he's diabetic, the immediate, counter action is that, okay, ye khana chhod do, ye khana ye do. Can you see that they immediately get on to the change mode? Okay, I have to change my lifestyle, or I have to stop eating this, I have to start walking now. But he's not even spending time to understand why did the diabetes come to you. This is what is happening to all of you now. When you do handwriting analysis program or any self-awareness program, you get into the process of knowing, and after knowing, the immediate button you will press is the change. No, hold on. And same thing happened. All of you who came to my signature masterclass, the immediate answer everybody was looking for is that, what should I change in my signature? And remember, I told you, change is the last thing we're going to do. First do graphotherapy, first do handwriting, analysis workshop. Then we look at the finger flexibility. Then you understand every letter. Then you take that call. Because the easiest button to press is change. And most of us actually, मैं आपको ये भी बताना चाहता हूँ, most of us, we press the button of change sometimes out of guilt also. यार देखो मैं हमेशा इसकी वजह से रुक गया था तो इसलिए मुझे अभी ये करना है. And I should tell you, guilt is not the right motivation to get started in your life. हाँ इमरान, ये गुस्से की वजह से ना मेरे बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. I have lost a lot of people in my life because of the anger. I want to change this. So that is coming out of guilt, not from your realization. Okay, somewhere I'm sensing you're not with me. Is everybody able to relate to what I'm saying? It requires a little bit of state of mind to do it. So are you with me? So if you're with me, right, on the chat box with me, please, everybody.
I think
Yes,
I want to add one more thing.
Yes,
We have to do root cause analysis. Why it is causing.
yes.
Changes, as I told, it's a secondary thing. First, the problem we have, why it came to my life, why it is there in my personality. Then second thing is that, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. The challenge with most of us is the easiest button to press is change. Or the easiest button to press is, okay, there's something wrong with me and now I have to fix this. Are you with me? There's something wrong with me, now I have to fix this. So anything which you operate out of fear, anything which you operate out of guilt is not the right way of getting started. So the idea is you need to be aware first. You can use the technical term root cause analysis. You can look into the actual source of why it is happening, then actually changing it. And that's why in handwriting analysis, we don't have anything called as positive things, negative things. All that we have is an area of improvement. ये हम लोग consider करते हैं, आप ये कीजिएगा. But what is important for you is, see, you get irritation in handwriting. So that means your I dots are slash. You know you have irritation. Your handwriting is also showing irritation. And the easiest thing is to apply graphotherapy and make it into a dot. But my suggestion, my invitation for all of you is that even before you get on to changing it, find out what makes you in that state of mind. And because you are in that state of mind, how things get triggered out of your hand, how even the smallest things, you're not able to handle it, how the smallest things become such an anxious moment for you because of that one small trigger. And find out how you can eliminate those thoughts so that when you practice graphotherapy, conscious effort and the subconscious efforts together, you will find better results. And you know what? The moment when you come from this approach, जो भी आप अपनी जिंदगी से निकालेंगे, whatever you remove from your life, it will be removed for a good, not something which is some of us have this problem. Are you all with me? I'm giving examples to make you understand. Have you come across people who get stones in their kidney? Okay, they got the kidney stones. They went to the doctor. Doctor gave them the flush therapy. Doctor gave them the laser treatment, and the stone was diluted, resolved, dissolved, and removed. Have you seen they coming back to the same doctor again after a few months because the problem reoccurred? So what you need to really understand is, if you're going to be working on eliminating that problem, you have to do it in such a way that it will not reoccur again. And that is only possible when you look at any approach towards your change in two important aspects. One is on a conscious and other one is on the subconscious level. Otherwise, you will get into the same la-la land. The reason I'm using the la-la land is that, okay, मुझे मालूम नहीं था, अभी मुझे मालूम हो गया, तो मुझे मालूम है, मुझे, I have anger in my handwriting, I have temper in my handwriting. Now the question is, what are you going to do about it? I have seen a lot of people who know, yes, Imran, I am socially selective. Handwriting also shows socially selective. My question is, what now? Are you going to be socially selective throughout your life? Are you going to be happily sitting in the corner? Are you going to be happily looking at only through 3 people? Are you with me? When are you going to shift gears in your life? It's like you have a Ferrari in your hand and you realize all of a sudden that Ferrari has 5 gears, and all this while you have been running the gears on only one. So the invitation for you, all of you, is what is important is focus not on the change, focus on actually getting into this domain of bringing in awareness. You need to be first present. Why you are what you are. And there are many reasons why you are what you are. For example, you are like this because of certain conditioning around you. Have you come across people telling you, Imran, आज की जिंदगी में गुस्सा नहीं करेंगे, काम नहीं होगा. You know, laborers के साथ ऐसे ही काम करना चाहिए, उनको ऐसी ही भाषा समझ में आती है. Can you see that? Look at the conditioning you have that from. Write down this. Why are you the way you are? Because of the conditioning. And if you're not going to change this conditioning, no matter you write 5-6 books of graphotherapy, nothing is going to help you. Number 2, past experiences. Now, Imran, in the last also, I changed it. You know, I am ready to change. But you know what? My wife is always like that. My husband does not allow me to change. My kids always takes away a lot of my time. I'm not able to pay attention to my own work. Can you see that? How your past experiences has become the roadblock for any change you want to bring in. And if you're not going to fix all these things after getting present to it, no matter how much graphotherapy you practice, nothing is going to help you. No matter how many sessions you attend, nothing is going to change, because at the root cause level, at the source level, you have not altered things. Number 3, sometimes your intellectual also becomes your problematic area. Why are you not changing in your life? Is because you have read these books, you have understood all these things, but you're not taking action because you know everything. How many of you come across people who know everything about share market, and the moment you go tell them, you know, even I want to learn, yeah, even I want to do it. So, you know, they will actually reprogram you saying that, ye sab kaam nahi karta, this is not for you. This is only for the people. Can you see that? The intelligence that the person knows that also becomes your barrier. So if you're not going to work from that level of your life, no matter how many graphotherapy books you fill, no matter how many levels of programs you do, you will not experience handwriting and not experience transformation. Are you all with me? So what is important is, what are you willing to work on to take actions in this constructive manner? It's a highly immature way to press the button of change, even without even you understanding what exactly you want to change. And sometimes, listen up, everybody. You change, and then you realize this is not what you exactly wanted to change. And you want to reprogram it again. And sometimes, in the name of reducing irritation, you bringing so much of calmness that you actually impact on your temperamental of operating. So what is important, when you also, the reason I'm having this conversation with you is because अगर आपके पास लोग आते हैं, आप उनकी एनालिसिस भी करते हैं, आप उनके बारे में उनको बताते हैं, इमीडिएट क्वेश्चन वो पूछेंगे कि यार बताओ मुझे कैसे चेंज करना है, मुझे मेरी जिंदगी को चेंज करना है. अच्छी बात है, बिकॉज आपकी एनालिसिस इतनी अच्छी गई कि वो उत्साह हो गए कि चलो मुझे भी एक करना है, मुझे भी चेंज करना है. बट यू हैव टू इमीडिएटली करेक्ट देम बिफोर यू मेक द चेंज. फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड. Sit down and find out, by changing this, what are the repercussions of that? What are the cascading effect it is going to have on your life, and then take an action. Are you with me? For example, in the market today, there's so many different types of diets. People talk about keto diet, people talk about intermediate fasting, people talk about vegan, people talk about this. And you know what? Immediately something sounds exciting. What you want to do? Immediately change your diet. Chalo, ye bhi karke dekhte hain, wo bhi kar. What you need to first understand is, does your body can handle this new diet? First question is, can your body handle? And second, no, what is important, that do you really need this is a question. But immediate question is, किसी ने कोई नुस्खा बताया, आप उस पे immediately अमल करना start कर देते हैं. Immediately you want to jump onto it. So what is important is, you need to have this mindset. And this is a mindset of a matured approach towards change. You need to have a matured approach towards change. And not only in handwriting analysis program, my invitation to all of you is that हमारी जिंदगी में भी ये देखिएगा, please. For example, you must have a LIC policy, you must have invested some money somewhere. Somebody comes and says, नहीं नहीं आपको इसमें भी पैसे डालने चाहिए, इसमें भी आप, immediately you want to jump into it. Immediately you want to make change. No, first be present. Have a mature approach towards change. Somebody comes and says, change Vastu, change this, अच्छी चीज है change. I love people who work on change, but the idea is you need to have a mindset, matured mindset towards change. Don't jump the gun. Don't press that button. Are you all with me? So be present to what you want to work on and approach towards it. Otherwise, no matter how many graphotherapy books you fill up, no matter how many books you're going to write as a graphotherapy, it will not change you, because deep down you're tied to that. Deep down you need to tied to that. And you know what? The best thing about us is we pass on all this limiting mindset, all this, blockages we have, conditioning we have, we pass this on as a legacy to our people around you. So you need to make those changes in such a way that it actually reflects in every aspect in our life. Okay, so what opened up from this conversation? I want to hear from people who have not been speaking. So the easiest way of speaking is, don't unmute, okay? Don't press that button. Type in your name on the chat box. Let me know who's going to speak, and I'm going to unmute you and you can have a word. And be present to the conversation. Yes, Deepaji, what opened up? So everybody say hello to Deepa. Deepa is from Bangalore. She is a graduate of the First Step program. She operates and manages multiple educational institutes. Yes, Deepaji, what opened up?
What you said was so true, that do not change immediately. Yes, you do it and then you are in real trouble. What you told was, if you slow down, then people will not be able to take you at all. I remember one of my friends telling me, don't dress like this because you will not be taken the way you have to be taken. As simple as that. So if you want to make a change, please change it slowly. And it should not be in such a way that people notice the change so fast. This is what I have been doing it, and you opened it up, in a very nice way. Yes, change, but change slowly.
Thank you. Because at home, people, more than waiting for you to change and create results, they're waiting for you to fail. You get up 5-6 days in the morning, you say, okay, dekhte ye kitni der chalega, ye kitni din chalega, right? You start walking, you start going to the gym and everything. They'll say, let's see how many days will it last. So can you see that? Don't bring in change so much that people are not able to really receive it. So even if it is inconsistent, you need to bring in consistency in the inconsistency, then you will get that. Are you with me? Okay. तो चलिए सुनील जी से बात करते हैं. Sunil Pal.
Hello, sir.
Pal is one among the youngest people in our community. He is a student and he just completed a program. He is a graduate of the First Step. So everybody say hello to Sunil Pal. Welcome to the community, Sunil ji. Yes.
हाँ, so from this program, मेरे को लगता है कि हमें पहले बेस लाइन नहीं पता होती थी. कोई भी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए एक बेस लाइन चाहिए होती है, प्रॉब्लम समझना पड़ता है. अब प्रोग्राम के दौरान मेरे को मेरा बेसलाइन पता है, मैं क्यूमुलेटिव थिंकर हूँ, टेम्पर ज्यादा है मेरे में, सेल्फ एस्टीम लो है। अब नेक्स्ट स्टेप ये नहीं होगा कि कैसे इसको चेंज करूँ, मैं सोचता हूँ कि नेक्स्ट स्टेप होना चाहिए कैसे देखा जाए कि लो एस्टीम क्यों है, या फिर टेम्पर मेरा क्यों जाग रहा है ज्यादा, ये मेरे को पता चला। और मैं सोच भी रहा हूँ इसके बारे में, तो चेंज नहीं करना है, मैं क्यूमुलेटिव थिंकर हूँ, स्लो प्रोसेस है, तो मैं डाटा जल्दी कलेक्ट करूंगा, मैं ज्यादा डाटा कलेक्ट करूंगा तो जल्दी प्रोसेस करके उसको सॉल्व कर पाऊंगा। मेरा ये अप्रोच रहेगा आपसे। और सेल्फ एस्टीम लो होना मुझे लगता है क्योंकि मैं अपने आप को हमेशा दूसरों से जो ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल है उनसे हमेशा कंपेयर करता हूँ, ये मेरा नेचुरल रहा है शुरू से ही, तो इस वजह से हो सकता है मैं ज्यादा अपने आप को लो समझने लगा था, तो अभी उसके ऊपर भी थोड़ा सा काम कर रहा हूँ। थैंक यू।
And I think this is the longest Sunil spoke in the entire program. पूरे प्रोग्राम में इतने ज्यादा सुनने को नहीं मिला सुनील से, पहले बार मिलने का। God bless you, Sunil. He is so young.
Thank you.
You know, it's like hitting the nail in the right place. और उसको मालूम पड़ गया। सुनील got to know self-esteem में। सुनील को मालूम भी है कि T बार ऊपर डालना है, लेकिन सबसे बड़ी चीज ये रियलाइज हो गई, मैं अपने आप को दूसरों से कंपेयर करते रहता हूँ, so no matter how much I put my T bar on the top, it will not work because deep down I am still feel inferior about me. Okay, मैं हमेशा अपनी तुलना दूसरों से करते रहता हूँ. Maybe in my looks, maybe in the way I'm dressing up, maybe in the way I'm speaking, maybe the way I'm learning. And if I'm not going to change that, this will not work. Thank you, Sunil. That's a very beautiful way of speaking. I really appreciate.
Thank you.
Great. So चलिए संजय जी से बात करते हैं. संजय जी कहाँ हैं आप? Yes, everybody say hello to Sanjay ji. Sanjay ji is our new family member. He just joined the community. He comes with a vast experience being part of some of the largest organizations. हाँ संजय जी, आपको क्या महसूस हुआ conversation से? जी आप unmute कर लीजिएगा please. Unmute कर लीजिए. I want to hear from everybody. Those of you who have not been speaking, so I want you to.
First thing, what I feel that I am a 3.5 years child, admitted to a nursery or lower KG, and trying to acclimatize with the surroundings and teacher and environment and all those things. First thing. Second thing, at times I feel that I am a state board education student, and under some circumstances I am shifted to CBSE board or ICSE board. So it is full of confusion kind of thing in my mind, what I am supposed to do, how I will take it further. Because see, at this age, right now I am on a second honeymoon kind of thing, because after getting retired from a very, very active and disturbing life, right now the procrastination or whatever you may say habit kind of thing, I'm just relaxing, seeing my favorite movies and series till 2 o'clock in the early morning and getting up in the 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. That's why I'm not following your instructions. But no, now I have decided that I will gradually change to this, and whatever I'm doing is for that end only. What you are expecting out of me and what the system expect out of me. So this is what I'm just like a newly admitted child in a nursery. So for this class is concerned, because वो जाता है बच्चा, कोई रो रहा है, कोई ये कर रहा है, कोई बहुत मजे में कॉन्फिडेंस से घूम रहा है, तो मेरी हालत तो वैसी है. So I am learning. और जो आपने दो एग्जांपल दिए, those are very near to me. That one is of the diet and other one is of stock market. And it happened a week back only because of the sluggish market. So किसी ने बोल दिया अरे यार तू वो देख ले उसको, and I started jumping around and फिर मेरा जो एडवाइजर था वो बोला कि दादा इसको अभी शांति पकड़ो, अभी there are so many things to happen, बहुत सारे अभी उतार चढ़ाव आएंगे, सुनामी आने वाली है, चिंता मत करो. So all these things, तो इसीलिए एक गाइड चाहिए अपने को जो आप हैं. और बस हम लोग देखिए, मैंने आपको I think yesterday or day before yesterday I told you a small story of my life, why I got fascinated towards this particular विधा. मैंने उसको विधा बोला था, विधा बोलिए, विद्या बोलिए. तो बस मैं 40-45 साल 50 साल पुरानी मेरी जो तमन्ना है उसको आपके माध्यम से मैं पूर्ण करना चाहता हूँ. और मुझे विश्वास है कि आप मैंने इसमें गाइड, मेंटर, गुरु मित्र सब कुछ बनेंगे और हम इस जर्नी को आगे बढ़ाएंगे. That's all.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Can you give a big applause for Sanjay ji there? Sanjay ji got to know about graphology when he was in his primary school. He's about 70 right now, 65 years right now. And
I'm 60 exact.
you're in 60 right now, sorry. You're 60 years old. And he says, he got to know about handwriting analysis when he was in his primary school, when he is, thing like that. So इतने लंबे समय के बाद उनको एक systematic approach मिल रहा है handwriting analysis सीखने के. तो इससे आपने क्या सीखा? अगर आप मेरे साथ शेयर नहीं कर रहे हैं, एटलीस्ट लिखिएगा जरूर, बिकॉज एक्शन लेना इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड इंपॉर्टेंट सबसे बड़ी चीज ये भी होती है कि अवेयरनेस लेके आना. So if you're not going to take action in that domain, then nothing is going to help you in your life. Okay, so 3 things: have a matured approach towards change. Okay, and never push that button in the state of anxiety or panic. And change is sacred, and respect that, and it will work for you. And it is all doable. It just requires a change of mindset change. Okay, so Dr. Srinivas, what opened up for you? I want to hear from you. So everybody say hello to Dr. Srinivas. Dr. Srinivas is from Mysore, and he is a medical doctor. And yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening to all. Actually, I've been practicing writing these days. Okay, and I really felt it is really very difficult. Though in school we were really insisted by the teachers, the handwriting should be nice and things like that. But now, since I thought this is something very different, graphotherapy, I was very keen about it. And when I started in the morning, it really takes a lot of time to follow the line, even if it is copywriting. It really takes to go through the curves and those zeros and all that. It is really tough. And it needs a lot of concentration. And probably that's the reason we all get calmness and the way it goes about. And probably even the method of writing itself, probably we have to learn whether, and especially when you're writing the zero, the bar over the zero, should we write the bar totally and then write the zeros, and then, or without writing, lifting the pen, should we write it, or is there any other method? And I created one on my own self. I just put half the bar, write a C, then put another bar, write another C. I mean, tried all types of funny things and something on my own. But I feel, in case if we have to do all this, there may be some 3 levels of introduction of these things. Maybe to the nursery students itself, we'll have to give this particular thing, and maybe again somewhere in 10th standard or 12th standard when the students are there. And maybe when they go to professional courses, they may require something differently. Because this is one thing which I learned was, even the hand exercises, okay, it does make definitely a lot of change in the way we helps us to write. Okay, I did practice some hand exercises before I started writing every day. And the seconds, how much seconds does it take to finish the page? Exactly, I'm not sure, because I was doing it somewhere earlier at 11. Now I'm doing it 8 seconds. Is it good to go to write it even much faster, or should we write it slower? What is the actual concept of doing better? Is it taking more time or taking less time? I don't know that. So I hope there is a lot of questions still, and I hope everybody is going through the same, whatever I'm going through, and a lot of things to learn.
That's why there's a smile on everybody's face, doctor, because everybody has undergone all these challenges what you're experiencing. So for them, it's like, yaar, humne sab karke upar aaye, abhi aapki bari hai. So that's how they are all looking at it.
Thank you all.
Great, amazing. So the challenge about time. Okay, I'll come to the question answer round where you can ask me questions. I'll answer your queries, and I'll start with this question. So change is very important, and take action. But action requires a matured approach towards change. Are you all with me on that? Great. So thank you so much once again, all of you, for being part of this conversation, because I believe the best of learning happens when you converse rather than just me doing the talking and you're just listening and then doing things. So let's go to the second part of the conversation. And the second part of the conversation is answering questions. So Dr. Srinivas and also Mr. Srinivas, they asked me a couple of questions. So I'm going to answer all this for you. Number 1, when you're practicing graphotherapy, before you make changes to your letters, you need to first work on your finger flexibility. That's why we are using something called as patterns. So all the circular movements, the vertical strokes are not letters, doctor. These are called the patterns. And once you fix those patterns in your handwriting, you will see writing letters becomes easy. And we also have made videos for you. Every day you can watch a video, understand how the particular pattern should be written, and you can definitely write that. Coming to the speed of writing, there is no specific speed which you need to maintain, but our sincere suggestion, minimum 7 minutes. If you're writing lesser than 7 minutes, that means you're writing it too fast. And a maximum of 12 to 13 minutes, and sometimes a little more than that is also acceptable. But if you go beyond that, you're writing too slow. So that means instead of writing, you're doing drawing if you're taking too much of time. So most welcome. I always invite people to consider the slow, the better. But don't go so slow also that you will see that you end up doing drawing. And as the doctor rightly said, in the first few days, you will take more time. But as and when the type of, practice happens, you will also increase. And please do hand exercises before you do it, and then it will really works. Now, Sri Kumaran sir asked me, Imran, I want to practice this more. I want to apply this more. Then I will think about the other programs and other levels of learning. My sincere suggestion is, don't even come from that mindset that I need to practice more and learn more, because that's an indication of low self-esteem. Are you with me? Okay, thinking that you're not ready itself is again putting yourself in the zone. Okay, you're not ready yet. Are you with me? So idea is you can do it. You know what? Everybody on Sunday analyzed handwriting. You all agree with me on it? Everybody analyzed handwriting. On 5:30 in the evening, everybody analyzed handwriting. And you also did it. You had a chance of doing it. And the low self-esteem inside of you will tell you, oh, not now. First, you need to understand everything, master everything, and then you're going to do it. And if that was a scenario, nobody would have actually learned to cook. Nobody had actually learned any skill. Because until you don't dive into the water, you will not understand. No matter how many books you have studied on swimming, the best of swimming happens when you get into the water, when you realize what is happening. So if you're going to still sit there at the shore and calculate everything about the water, temperature, rhythm, and no, don't do that. And by the way, there is nothing like mastering a skill. It all requires practice, multiple attempts, it happens. Thomas Alva Edison, when he was interviewed about how the bulb glows, everybody wanted to know how the bulb glows. He said, I don't know how the bulb glows, but what I know is I know 10,000 reasons why the bulb will not glow. And why did he do that? Because he had to do so many times to get there what has to be done. Imagine I said, no, pehle pura main samajh lunga, then I will take no. Life is all about taking actions, learning from that actions, getting results. See, action, results, motivation. Remember that circle? Action, results, motivation. Only when you take action, you will get to know whether you are passed or failed. And if you pass, it will motivate you to study more better. If you fail, it will motivate you to take more better actions. So this is a cycle of life. So don't please sit there and wait for things to happen. Otherwise, you are, what the mindset is, we are people who are learning, and downloading so much of information in our mind. The sad part is application is missing. That's why if you really look at my code of honor, I started my session with a very important code of honor. Look at what I said. What did I say? Your gateway from the knowing to the doing mode. So there's never approach in the life where you're going to be waiting to happen. You have to do it. You have to fail as a handwriting analyst. Do you think when I started my career, everybody said, oh, come, please, you're doing such a great. No, I had faced rejections, which you can't even comprehend. Are you all with me? So you don't have to repeat all the mistakes which I did. That's the reason why you are part of me. That's why I'm mentoring you. so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a system, there's a process. Just have faith in this process, have faith in the system, and it will work. Are you with me? So Sri Kumaran sir, analyze handwriting every single day. Share your analysis in the group. There are so many lovely people in the group who are so active, and everybody will be happy to help you to reach to a level where you can all have that. Are you all with me? Great. So now, thank you, Milinji. I saw your answer on the chat box. Okay, I worked on my signature first, as you said, that the signature was very much complex, eligible. I tried to make it simple, legible. To my amazement, I could notice some positive changes. Still, I doubt whether the results are due to this change or there is any other reason. Okay, Diane and Kenny. So let's go to Miss Kenny there. So where are you? Can you please unmute and speak to us? Yes.
हेलो सर।
हेलो जी, प्लीज बताइए।
हाँ, मैंने आपने जो बताया था मेरे सिग्नेचर के बारे में कि इट्स वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड एलिजिबल
जी,
तो आपको बहुत प्रॉब्लम रहेगी इसमें। तो आपने बताया कि बाद में चेंज करिए सिग्नेचर पे वर्क, आप बाद में करिए, पहले आप जो कुछ दिया गया वो करिए। तो मैंने क्या किया कि पहले सिग्नेचर में थोड़ा सा मतलब लिजिबल करने का ट्राई किया, मतलब जो डी था, जी था, के था, ENI था, वो एलिजिबल था सर। तो एलिजिबल करने के बाद मुझे बहुत सारे पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट्स मिले। तो ये हो गया कि आपने जो बताया था कि बाद में करो, लेकिन मैंने पहले किया, ये था। फिर भी चेंज किया तो चेंज थोड़े रिजल्ट्स मिले, लेकिन अदर थिंग्स आई आल्सो वाज डूइंग अलॉन्ग विथ, तो उसके हिसाब से हो गया, इसके हिसाब से इसमें थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है।
दयानंद जी, मेरे से हुआ, दूसरों से हुआ, वो इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है।
हाँ,
तो फायदा हुआ, ये इम्पोर्टेंट क्योंकि हर कोई इंसान जो आपसे जुड़ रहा है वो आपकी जिंदगी में बदलाव, अच्छी बदलाव लाने की कोशिश कर रहा है, तो ये खुशी की बात है, इसको सेलिब्रेट करें।
नो डाउट सर, थैंक यू, बहुत अच्छा लगा।
Great, great. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Let's hear a big applause for Dayanand ji. And मैं आपको और एक चीज बता दूं, Dayanand ji, and this is for everybody. Creating success once, okay, is easy. The challenge is, can you recreate that success ongoingly in your life? That is what the challenge is. Otherwise, people will term your success as fluke, as lucky. Are you with me? Your success will not be regarded. What is important about success is you should have that power to recreate your success. That means आपको मल्टीप्लाई करना है या तो आगे करके करना ही होगा, वरना लोग बोलेंगे फ्लूक है। फॉर एग्जांपल, सचिन तेंदुलकर when he started his batting, there are times where he will go for a duck, but you know what, he kept on increasing his performance. He became the fastest scorer, he became the maximum scorer. Can you see, you need to learn to duplicate your success, otherwise people will think fluke se ye jeet gaye. Are you with me? And हमारी जिंदगी में कोशिश ये होनी चाहिए कि immediate success अच्छी चीज नहीं होती है, because it gives you so much of high that you will not take action. So what is important is take actions, create results, and empower yourself so that you can keep duplicating your results, reoccurring success. That is what is your focus should be. Are you all with me? Great. So we are into the question answer round right now. So if you have any queries, any questions, just ask me. I'm going to be, helping you to answer your questions. And also, when you're working with something, my sincere request is apply one method and see at least for 2-3 months for the work to happen, and then you change your game. Otherwise, you don't know what is working for you and what is not working for you. Because when you understand what is working, then you can focus more energy into it. Are you all with me? वो बोलते हैं ना, don't put all your, the idea is you should learn how to place it in such a way. That will be a good idea to me. Done. So if you have any queries, any questions, just put your hand up. I'm going to be answering your queries, or you can type your name on the chat box. I can help you with your queries. I saw Milinji's some text on the chat. Okay. Though I'm late for the session, I could understand is a PHA after dealing analysis with MAC accuracy should not be immediate action before analyzing before. Yes, yes, Malinji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Makes sense. Make really sense. Makes really sense. Great. So I saw Milinji hand going up. Yes, Milinji. Yes.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Namaste.
Very good evening. Everybody say hello to Milinji. Milinji is somebody who works with green energy, solar energy, and he is been doing that for quite some time in his life. Now he is on his way to become a professional handwriting analyst. He'll be getting graduated in the next Wednesday session. And for all of you, please join me on Wednesday. We have a graduation ceremony next Wednesday. Yes, Milinji.
Yeah. Sir, I have a query regarding, we have given a professional handwriting analysis, delivered properly, accurately. The person has accepted it as it is with the appreciating accuracy, say up to 95% or 96%. Then next step, we have got to understand his mindset, whether he really wants to change and all that. Everything was done properly. But still, suppose if after starting the graphotherapy, if I am giving him the coaching method, and all of a sudden after doing a 7 days or 8 days, he is not discussing only, or he is not coming back to discuss what exactly he is feeling, or in that case what we should do, because it becomes difficult, keep on following up is also not good. And if we don't follow, then also he might feel that he has just given me the book and not even asking me whether I'm able to do it or not. So ये scenario में क्या करें?
Okay, it's a learning, Milinji. Okay, those of you don't connect with what Milinji is asking. When you become a professional handwriting analyst, you get to work with people. So Milinji is experiencing a scenario where he realizes people come, they start graphotherapy, and they don't complete it. So he's in a fix right now. Imran, do I follow it up or do I keep it quiet? No, I don't know what to do now, because I don't want to sit quietly, because I don't want him to make him feel that I'm not following it up. And I don't want to do so much of follow up also that, it will not make him feel that, okay, why is he calling me so many times? My sincere suggestion and input for all the handwriting analysts, no matter which level you are in. First thing, if you don't have a great start, so these are the hurdles which you're going to be experiencing. Are you with me? And you know what? One good news about human beings is that we are not consistent. We have more reasons not to do things than do things. And Milinji, this is not only about handwriting analysis. This is for everything. I tell you every day, get up and do exercise. You will tell me 10 reasons why you can't do it, than actually telling me 10 reasons why you can do it. If I'm going to tell you to take care of your health, eat right, you will tell me 10 different reasons why you're not going to be eating it right, not why you will not eat on time. Yeah, मैं खुद experience करता हूँ, Milinji. I don't know how much that person paid money to you to get the graphotherapy fixed. Sometimes money is also motivation, but sometimes money is also not motivation. I have seen people who pay money to me, but they don't try practicing graphotherapy. I see that. I am telling them to write them in the morning, and they'll give me 10 reasons why they can't do it in the morning and why they will be only writing in the evening. So this is a never-ending conversation, Milinji. मेरी और आपकी शिद्दत यही रहेगी कि focus यही रहेगा कि what is that I can tell that person, what is that we can have that level of conversation where I motivate that person to get committed so much.
Okay.
Because I tell people to do it in the morning. They say, Imran, no, morning mein breakfast dene ka rehta hai. I have to take care of children. I have to take care of that. See, you will give me a lot of reasons. And as a as a teacher, as a facilitator, I'm supposed to be listening and being okay with that, because I don't want to disregard the problems they're experiencing in life. And the same time, I will also not buy it, because my job is to make them push, because I know it's possible. Are you with me? I know it's possible to get up. All that you have to do is, 20 minutes early than whatever you have wake up. That's all. And for that, you have to sleep 20 minutes early than whatever time you're sleeping. But it's all doable. But I don't want to push any button. I don't want to be coming across so much of rigid and things like that, because my job is आने तो दीजिए, एक बार उनको वो मजा लगेगा, then you'll be able to do it. ये एक चीज है. दूसरी चीज मिलिंद जी, हमारी जिंदगी में बहुत सारे रेजिस्टेंस होते हैं. कभी कभार हमारा दिल और दिमाग ही हमारा रेजिस्टेंस हो जाता है. एंड यू नो व्हाट, कभी कभार अच्छा भी होता है ना, आपको पसंद नहीं आता. If something is nice is happening in your life, you don't like it. How many people know people in your life, वो ज्यादा हंसते हैं तो वो बोलते हैं यार ज्यादा हंसना नहीं चाहिए, रोना आ जाएगा, रोना पड़ेगा. हेलो,
Yes, sir.
यार ज्यादा खुश नहीं होना चाहिए, ज्यादा सेलिब्रेट नहीं करना चाहिए.
Yes, true.
Very true.
ज्यादा हमारी खुशी दूसरों से शेयर नहीं करना चाहिए, नजर लग जाएगी. So can you see that mental block itself is in a sense dimming. तो अब ये सिनेरियो में क्या करेंगे यार, हम लोग ऐसे जिंदगी जी रहे हैं जहां पे आप देखिए खुल के आप हंस भी नहीं सकते. हंसने आधे रास्ते में आपको रियलाइज हो जाता है यार ज्यादा हंसेंगे तो रोना पड़ेगा, और आप सीरियसली, कैन यू सी दैट यू कंट्रोल योर हैप्पीनेस so that you don't have to cry. Look at this. So Milinji, we are working with human beings who will defeat us with reasons. Okay, I think we should write a book, The Man of Reasons बोलकर हमें एक book लिखनी चाहिए, because everybody will give me multiple reasons. You know what? I can ask everybody here. People, why they're not investing in money? They will give me more than 10 reasons. Why people are not eating healthy? They will tell me more than 10 reasons. Why people are not getting success in their life? They'll tell me 10 different reasons. So हमारा job, मिलिंद जी, हम लोग ज्यादा भी नहीं करेंगे, कम भी नहीं करेंगे. Okay? मेरा रूल यह है, give that person space.
एक्चुअली ये मेरा रियल कजिन है जिसको मतलब उसका इफेक्ट भी आ रहा है. He got a new job at the assistant managerial level with a big company, and वेस्टर्न जोन का था तो उसको साउथ जोन में भी, कर्नाटका में भी एंट्री दे दिया है कि यू स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस आल्सो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ starting this. He tells me, but for not doing it, he is saying the reasons that I am not getting a time. I have to do focus on the different responsibilities and all that. So many reasons. Actually, I getting a little bit upset on him. I told him, you do one thing, you write a book, 10,000 excuses for not. You can do that very well.
नहीं होता है. You will come across a lot of scenarios. And Milinji, this is your first case, so go a little slow. Don't, and especially when your, close family members are doing it, there's a challenge. And it also happens with me. You know what? People write graphotherapy for 10 days, 15 days. They get immediate results, success in their life. They stop writing. Why? Because they are so busy serving the success. तो मैं उनको हमेशा यही कहता हूँ, इतना लिखने से इतना हुआ, पूरा कर दीजिए और अच्छा होगा. तो at least you should be focusing on that.
जी जी.
So don't worry, Milinji. Give him space, give him time, but you continue to do what you have to do. Remember, I told you the story of the monk and the Scorpio. No, I did not tell you that. Okay. So हमें हमारा काम करना चाहिए, वो उनका काम करेंगे. So that's how it is going.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So much.
Great. Shabri,
I have something to share.
Deepika ji, you want to say something? Yes, please. Everybody
Yes.
say hello to Deepika ji. Deepika ji is an educationist. She is an awesome trainer, facilitator, and she is a graduate of professional approach program. She'll also be receiving her certificate. And recently, both Milinji ji and Deepika ji enrolled into research related to health and handwriting. So yes, Deepika ji.
Yes, when we were in class 10, we used to write scrapbook before departing.
Yes.
So during that time, I had written some 4 lines, and that was, as a rule, man is a fool. When it's hot, he wants it cold. And when it's cold, he wants it hot. Always wanting what is not.
I think it makes sense for, totally makes sense for all of us, right? Thank you, Deepika.
Yeah, it's very justice. When it is winter time, we look out for warm clothes. And when it is warm, we look out for something chilled. So it's always wanting what is not required. In fact, the chilled is more hotter, and the warm clothes is more it doesn't help you to keep you warm, but definitely it doesn't support you to handle with your own body pressures.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So unawareness, we do something which is taking us away from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepika. Okay, Shabri ji has a question. So yes, Shabri ji.
Yes, sir. Just now, before starting this question, this segment, you told that there should not be extending time, like more than 15 to 16 minutes. It's like it becomes like a drawing that we are drawing like. So, but what I experienced, if I take more than means less than 18 minutes or 20 minutes, then very shabby writing it becomes. Means like I'm not satisfied. Means जैसे वो नीचे triangle form होता है वो बड़े बड़े हो जाएंगे या ऐसे कुछ कुछ होता है फिर तो जो मैं एकदम carefully focus से करती हूँ and I take 18 to 20 minutes फिर भी उसमें 4-5 वैसे मुझे मिल जाते हैं. So what is the problem? Like I'm doing it drawing or it's my
Okay, there is no problem. वो छोड़ दीजिए, आपके दिमाग से वो निकाल दीजिए. And this is for everybody. You don't have to write it perfectly in the graphotherapy book.
Okay.
The problem most of us have is कि हमें बेहतर लिखना है, इसमें कुछ गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए, सब चीज perfect करना है. See, perfection is the lowest standard of work. Okay, and initially अगर आप 20-25 मिनट भी ले रहे हैं कोई बात नहीं, आई एम ऑल्सो ओके विद दैट. लेकिन 15-20 दिन के बाद भी अगर आप 20 मिनट्स ही ले रहे हैं, दैट मींस इट्स नॉट फेयर. देखिए, शुरुआत में मैं गाड़ी चला रहा था तो मेरी स्पीड 10 के करीबन थी, 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड में थी. मैं गाड़ी सीख के 6 महीने हो गया, फिर भी वही स्पीड पे जा रहा हूं, तो लोग बाकी के हॉर्न मारते रहेंगे ना, ये कौन आ गया रोड पे, राइट? तो इतना बिकॉज वी आर कॉन्शियस, नो मैं 4 बार देखूंगा, मैं हॉर्न मारूंगा, मैं इंडिकेटर डालूंगा. बाद में क्या होना चाहिए, एक हाथ में गाड़ी घुमा देते हैं हम लोग, राइट? तो I want you to tell something to all of you. Graphotherapy book is all about doing mistakes. And I also get a lot of people asking, Imran, मुझे और एक किताब चाहिए because मुझे लगता है कि मैंने इसमें ठीक से नहीं किया. ये आपकी लेगेसी किताब नहीं है जो आप इसको और अच्छा करने, ये यहाँ पे गलती है. This is your playground. This is net practice. How long will you keep doing net practice? Right? So this is just a warm up, and it's okay to do all the errors in the net practice so that when you write in your real life, you will not commit all that errors. So, Sabriji, okay? You're doing good. I understand. मुझे मालूम है. I remember all of your practice. So you're doing good. All that you look at is increase a little bit more. No, reduce the time little bit, and it will be taken care of.
Okay, from tomorrow I'll try. Yeah.
Thank you for your question. I'll go to Shikaji, then Lakshmiji. No, sorry, Lakshmiji first, then Shikaji, and then Saroji. Yes, Lakshmiji. So everybody say hello to Lakshmi ji, and I want to say hello to Shabri ji there, everybody. Shabri ji just completed her program of first step, and now she is on her way to become a professional handwriting analyst. So welcome to the family, Shabri ji. Everybody say hello. Great. So we are going to talk to Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi ji is my inner physician graduate. That means she has done a study on health and handwriting with me, and she is a jewelry designer, and also she's from the Bangalore city. So everybody say hello to Lakshmi ji. Yes, Lakshmi ji, what's your question, please?
Happy evening, everyone. Sir, my question is, I recently did the analysis of a 20-year-old engineering student. So he's about to do his start his internship. He lives in the US. He's doing his internship involves teamwork. But what I saw in his handwriting is he's an analytical thinker, and the slant is FA to AB. And also he has defiance in his handwriting. So should I tell him that, I mean, he also asked me what kind of roles he should look for in the future. Should I tell him now itself that he has to look for managerial roles, or should I just not convey anything about it? Is it just for my information, or how is it, sir?
Okay, great. See, I want to tell you all, what Lakshmi ji is asking is a very beautiful question. Imran, I have somebody who's starting his life. He's going to do internship, and he has a particular personality. I don't know whether it will be suitable for him or not. You know what, Lakshmi ji? And this is for everybody. The reason why people do internship is to learn the tricks of the trade. Okay, and you don't need preparation when you do internship, because the entire idea about internship is to learn. and to receive the way it is. So if you go that mujhe, it's like this, you're going into the garden and there are so many varieties of fruits available for you, but you're going with the mindset, no, I will only pick up one apple and then come back. So you are going to become a roadblock for that. So you need to create that opportunity for that person. I want you to develop your self-esteem in such a way that you will receive whatever is happening in there, all the learnings, and that will give you fine-tune how you write emails, how you report to work, how you dress to work, how you communicate with your colleagues, what happens during the coffee conversations. So let him experience all that. And then after the internship, after 6 months or 4 months or 5 months, when he comes back to you and when you sit down, then have a conversation. You went there, what did you got present, which you felt, this is what I want to work, because I saw other interns, they actually, cracked this code. They understood how to talk to people. They were able to do it more influentially. Ye hoga. Ya to in the midway of the internship also, you can have a conversation, because he has to tell you what he got present rather than we telling him what he needs. Are you all with me? Because we don't come from a domain that हमें पूरा answers मालूम है. We know everything. ऐसा नहीं है. और कभी-कभार, we can also go from that domain, but because he's very young, allow him to, trip and fall. And that's the biggest way of learning. So the answer is, let him go, experience for 1 month or 2 months, and have a review meeting with him. And then when he come back and says, Lakshmi, I want to work on my confidence. I had an answer. I did not respond. Okay, I was not able to have a good conversation. I did not initiate a conversation. I don't know how to tell what I need from people. Then you can help him with graphotherapy. That will be a good idea. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Most welcome. So our wishes to him, and wishing him all the very best. Great. So Shikhaji, so everybody say hello to Shikhaji. Shikhaji is an awesome baker, and she is a professional handwriting analyst. Now she is going towards becoming a graduate of inner physician, and she was in Lucknow. She is now in Pune. So everybody say hello to Shikhaji there. Yes, Shikhaji, what's your question, please?
Okay, there is my friend who herself asked for the graphotherapy, and the condition I went through, I was shifting. She is also shifting from Meerut to Delhi. Now she doesn't want to do graphotherapy because she is saying she's not getting time for it. So I was saying her it's just 15 minutes. Out of 24 hours, at least you can take her 15 minutes for yourself. Then what is she saying? She want to do it in a perfect way.
Yeah, and one fine day will never come, right? And there's no space for perfection. So don't worry about it. Shikhaji, don't perceive it. Chhod dijiye. Because I'll tell you this. I don't know whether you like this example or not. People will not get up and go for exercises in the morning. Okay, they will keep alarm, they'll buy good shoes, they will enroll in the gym also, they'll pay membership, sab karenge, lekin utke nahi jayenge. And the same person goes to the doctor and the doctor says, start walking, otherwise 4 people will walk you. That day, next day itself, that person will get up without even alarm. So what happened here is, people know it's important, but they don't apply the urgency what is required to that. तो वो जब तक वो इंसान के अंदर वो नहीं आ रहा है, देखिए आपको क्या लगता है, all of you are here in my community. Do you think other people who come to my master class, do you think other people outside this community, they don't have that 5,900 rupees to invest on themselves? Yeah, you go for one family dinner, that amount is less. Hello. You go to one trip to your, in-laws and things like that, by the things you have to take and go with that. क्या आपको लगता है कि लोगों के पास पैसे नहीं है इतना देने के लिए हैं, लेकिन उनको लगता नहीं है कि इतने पैसे they deserve to spend on own self. And I want to tell you something, all of you, I love you all because you are the type of people who have a mindset, who believe in investment on your own self above the collar. And this is the biggest investment you're doing on yourself, because when you invest on education, it will be there with you until you leave this world. And it will continue as your legacy with what you have left with people in your life. So it's very important. तो आपके friend को वो urgency नहीं है अभी जिंदगी में, important नहीं है. And that time it will not. So that's why as human beings we operate from the state of desperation or in the fear of missing out. If you look at your advertisements on the television, if you open up your newspaper, what people are selling you, they're selling you with a sense of urgency. Last day today, limited period offer, 10 seats only. So why? We want it's not like you will not join. If I'm not going to bring that urgency, you will not take action. So your friend is not experiencing that. That's why they are not going to take action for themselves. So Shikhaji is completely fine. Respect that person and wait for that person, because remember, I always tell you, everybody, people in your life, they have a lot of problems and you respect that. But the problem is you meet the same person after 2 years, the person will tell you the same problem.
Yes.
And sometimes even before that person will tell you the problem, you will tell what the problem is. You know why? Because aapne dekha hua hai. So what is happening? समय चल रहा है लेकिन वो समय के साथ नहीं चल रहे, वो वहीं पर अटके हुए. That's why thank you everybody for taking action. आपने कुछ तो किया. देखिए मेरे प्रोग्राम से फायदा हो रहा नहीं हो रहा वो अलग बात है. The point is at least you took that pledge कि चलो ये भी करके देखते हैं. वरना 2 साल या 4 साल के बाद भी आप मुझसे मिलते ना, आप मुझे वही बोलते, इमरान 4 साल पहले भी मैं आपका वेबिनार देखा, तब मैंने नहीं लिया, तभी भी मेरे प्रोग्राम लाइफ में ये सब चैलेंज चल रहा था, लेकिन मैंने नहीं लिया, मेरे पास समय नहीं था, मेरे पास ये नहीं था. लेकिन अभी भी 4 साल के बाद आ रहे हैं टू सॉल्व द सेम प्रॉब्लम. So Shikha ji, allow that person to have that space.
What she is saying let her shift to Delhi and settle down there, then she will start writing it.
Most welcome. You need to respect that. We can't help anything. I wish I could write graphotherapy on your behalf. I can't do it. It does not work that way. Are you with me?
Yeah.
It's completely fair. छोड़िए दिल्ली उनको सेटल होने दीजिए. And I'll tell you this, when they are ready, they are ready. And that is not her time right now. That's all. Simple. Right? But I appreciate your commitment. You know what? That really shows, that's a beautiful part about it. Look at Milinji said, Imran, I want to help that guy. Look at Shikhaji says, I want to help my, friend. I really love you all for having that conviction and faith. Imran, I want to help that the person is not receiving. Can you see that? You're feeling it for that person. ये इंसानियत की पहली और बड़ी निशानी है. Thank you so much everybody for having that heart and having that love and having that, feelings for people in your life. मुझे बताइए कौन सा ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म होगा जहां पे लोग अपने बारे में नहीं, लोगों को कैसे हेल्प करेंगे उसके बारे में सोच रहे हैं. Can you hear a big applause for all of you, all my community members? Thank you for being such wonderful people. Thank you so much.
We learned it from you. We learned it from you, Imran.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How to help people.
Thank you. Saroji, you have a question?
The trouble is that we all know what is happening in others' life. And because we know, we want them to do something about it. And because they don't see what we can see, they feel what we can see is just because we are trying to create things. And that is what there's a disbelief that they and they wait until and unless somebody else from the outside says, "Arey yaar, unke paas se kiya tha aur ye ho gaya." This I have experienced in my career. In the early stages when I was improving writing as a complimentary, many people didn't join the course because it was complimentary and they said, "Ke inko kya lagta, humko ABCD nahi aati hai." They didn't join the English course just because of it. And later on, when I began to charge, those same students, after 2.5 years, they came searching and they joined and they did the course. They paid for it. They said, "अरे यार, हमको उस समय समझ में नहीं आया था, उस समय तो आराम से हो जाता, अभी हमको इतना क्यों additional क्यों charge करते हो?" I said, "No, now you have to pay a price for it. When it was free, you didn't take it. Now it's a price, so you'll have to pay a price." So this is what actually happens,
Amazing. So Deepika ji की तरफ से एक good news मिली, शिखा जी और मिलिंद जी, people will pay you more in the future. God bless you. Great. Anshu, sorry, Saroji, I have a question. Saroji.
Actually, I have a question. Yesterday, I have delivered an analysis. She's a teacher of psychology. So her question was that okay, I can start graphotherapy. I have suggested her graphotherapy. So she wants to start also, but she wants to know the timeline. Everybody, actually, this is a very fair deal. Everybody wants timeline. What should be the time? How I can expect the changes in my writing or in my personality. So वही आज तो उसी के बारे में discussion चल रहा है. तो I just told her that you start the process, you start the journey. So let's see. I cannot give you the guarantee. I cannot give you the timeline. So I just want to clarify my answer or my approach, whether it's right or I should say someone the exact timeline, or this is the timeline, you can see the changes in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. What should I say? Because everybody is having the scarcity of time. They want result. So just I want to clarify this one.
I got it. Saroji is asking me, Imran, when I ask people do graphotherapy, people ask me how many days should I write to see results in my life, and how many days should I be, associated with you, and what should be the expectation thing. So first of all, Saroji, remember there are two things which we tell people. Whenever I am working with graphotherapy with people, I don't give graphotherapy because they want some solutions out of graphotherapy. So एक rule आपको ये मालूम करना है, Saroji, I want to remind you, and this is for everybody. Don't give people what they want. Give people what they need. For example, if somebody comes and tells me, Imran, my BP is high, I know graphotherapy से मेरा ये BP कम कीजिए, मैं बोलूँगा ये नहीं, ऐसे काम नहीं करता. मैं आपका माइंडसेट को बड़ा करूँगा, इनहांस करूँगा. बीपी क्या, कोई दूसरी चीज भी अगर आपकी जिंदगी में है वो भी दूर हो जाएगी. So what are you working on? The mindset. Okay, if somebody comes and says, Imran, I want to get into a job, मुझे बहुत दिनों से जॉब नहीं मिल रहा है, तो मैं कैसे करूंगा, कैसे ये करूंगा, तो मैं बोलूंगा मैं ग्राफोथेरेपी आपको दे रहा हूं, इसलिए नहीं कि आपको जॉब मिलेगा, मैं ग्राफोथेरेपी आपको दे रहा हूं ताकि आपका माइंडसेट चेंज होगा, आप नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज को देखना शुरू करेंगे और ये नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज पे आप एक्शन लेंगे, तब आपको रिजल्ट्स मिलेंगे. तो अगर ये पहला जवाब. दूसरा जवाब है कितने दिन लिखना पड़ेगा, ये आपके माइंडसेट पे डिपेंड होता है, बिकॉज आपका माइंडसेट कभी कभार कंक्रीट की वॉल हो चुका है. वो कंक्रीट की वॉल को तोड़ने के लिए कितना समय लगेगा पता नहीं, बिकॉज इतने सारे लिमिटिंग बिलीफ सिस्टम्स होते हैं, इतने सारे डिसीजंस आपने बना के रख लिए होंगे. तो आप ड्रिल करेंगे, एक ही ड्रिल में क्रैक हो जाएगा, अच्छी चीज है, वरना बॉम्ब लगा के फोड़ना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ओपन नहीं हो रहा है. तो ये सब चीजें आप उनको बताएं, बिकॉज आप उनको रिजल्ट्स के बारे में आप फोकस नहीं कर रहे, आप उनके माइंडसेट पे. बिकॉज अगर मेरी उम्र 60 साल है तो मेरा रेजिस्टेंस टू द पावर ऑफ 60 होगा ना. एंड दैट्स द आइडिया. आई टेल दिस टू एवरीबॉडी, सरोजी, एंड दिस इज फॉर एवरीबॉडी. आपको ग्राफोथेरेपी लिखना है कब तक, जब तक आप लिखेंगे तब तक अच्छा. इट्स लाइक ब्रशिंग योर टीथ एवरी डे, ये आपसे जुड़ चुका है अभी. और ग्राफोथेरेपी, वेदर यू विल पे मी टू अवेल माय सर्विसेज और वेदर यू विल डू इट विदाउट मी, आप कंटिन्यू रखिए इसको. मैं आपके साथ हूं पहले 1 महीने के लिए, ये मेरी फीस है. आपको दूसरे महीने में मेरे साथ जुड़ना है, ये मेरी फीस है. अगर मेरे पास नहीं है, आप लिखिएगा जरूर प्लीज. आप ये बोल के उनको छोड़ना है, right? आप उनके माइंड से, nobody will hear, nobody can promise you, even if you go to your doctor and tell doctor you're doing a heart transplant, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. Doctor will say we'll do our best. So we live in a world where we can't guarantee anything. Even if you're talking about mutual funds, can you see there is a tagline which says mutual funds are subject to market risk. Please read the offer document before you sign and invest. Hello? Are you all with me? Saroji, we all buy cars. People say company promises this many kilometers mileage. Are you all with me? Approximate. Can you see? That's why we have star marks, everything. So who are we to promise everything? And you know what, Saroji, even if I promise them the results, because I am confident, but the problem is they are not confident. That's why they will not get results.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
So sometimes I tell people, you don't trust people tell me, Imran, should I really trust you in the science before they sign up? I say, I am not worried whether you will trust me or not. Can you please trust yourself that अच्छा आपका भी हो सकता है, success आपको भी मिल सकती है. Can you please have that notion on me? Are you all with me? Right? I work with a lot of parents, and parents will tell me, Imran, हम आपके बच्चे, हमारा बच्चे को आपको दे रहे हैं, इसको आप ये सक्सेस करके दे रहे हैं. Like आपका बच्चा है, आपको ज्यादा भरोसा होना चाहिए मेरे से ज्यादा. Okay, are you with me on that? So Saroji?
Yes, sir. So I am also facing the same situation.
ये
Parents
आपका
come and they are telling that this is now he is in your hands.
ये आपका बच्चा है बोल के दे देते हैं. Like ये आपका ही बच्चा है, right?
Actually, sir, yesterday what analysis I have done. So she is master in psychology. So you must be knowing, na? So they have some. They know that they know everything about psychology, human psychology. So she is just clarifying that what should be the timeline. ऐसे तो आप नहीं बोल सकते. हाँ पूरा करना है आपको, जिंदगी भर ऐसे practice करना है. So that type of question. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. When I was undergoing this training, Saroji, मेरे examination का एक process ये था. I'm supposed to go meet a psychiatric and analyze that person's handwriting. Because जब वो सवाल पूछेंगे आपको जवाब देना पड़ेगा. जब आप जवाब देना स्टार्ट करेंगे तब आपको पता चलेगा कि आपको कितना ये जानते हैं. ये मैंने महसूस किया हुआ. आप what, I'm so happy that you're experiencing all this. This is all going to make you a better handwriting analyst. This is all preparing you, Saroji.
Actually,
That's why
sir, before getting the analysis, she took time around 15 days. Actually, I have done her analysis 15 days before. I was supposed to deliver that, but she was not ready to listen that. So perhaps she was getting ready to listen my analysis.
So this is all preparation. This is what I want you all to do. Take action. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not have answers to questions people are going to ask you. We all are growing, right? And you'll only grow when you take action. So Saroji, thank you for taking action. Thank you for being open to learning, and thank you for being open to fail, because that's the best step towards success. Can we have a big applause for Saroji there?
Thank you.
Great. So Anshuji, everybody say hello to Anshuji. Anshuji is a healer. She is an NLP practitioner. And Anshuji also is a graduate of our first day program. Yes, Anshuji, what's up? Unmute. Okay, I have to unmute you. Yes.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Atma Namaste. Actually, जब आप ये बात बोल रहे थे ना कि रेजिस्टेंस वाली जो बात हो रही है यहाँ पर, तो I don't know if you'll believe me or not, मैं इसके ऊपर मैंने बुक लिखनी शुरू कर दी है. A small voice in your head, the inner voice in your head. The title of the book is this. और वो पूरा resistance के ऊपर है. What I am facing, जो मैं खुद अपने अंदर फील करती हूँ, चीजों को पहुंचते नहीं पा रही हूँ, के ऊपर मैंने उसको स्टार्ट किया है लिखना. और आप लोगों से सबसे मैं बहुत रेजोनेट कर पा रही हूँ, because the same problems I am facing, still I am facing. I'm not saying कि I am throughout it, क्योंकि आप इमरान जी तो अच्छी तरह से समझ गए होंगे. अभी तक मैंने कितनी उनकी क्लासेस अटेंड करी है. अगेन द सिंपल थिंग इज कि बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं. आई अंडरस्टैंड रेजिस्टेंस होता है कि हम टाइम नहीं निकाल पा रहे, लेकिन उसके पीछे भी सर थोड़ी थोड़ी कुछ ऐसी रीजंस हो जाते हैं कि सच में नहीं होता है. अभी I tell you why I am saying this. See, I have a reason for that. आप मुझे इस ड्रेस में देख रहे हैं. 5:30 से मैं हीलिंग का एक सेशन ले रही थी, वेबिनार था मेरा. उसके बाद आपका क्लास है. अभी 9:30 एक और दूसरा सेशन है 2 घंटे का. So even I am not able to change my dress. तो इस टाइप की भी कभी कभी कुछ सिचुएशंस आ जाती हैं जब आप कोई भी पर्टिकुलर चीज को कंसिस्टेंटली नहीं कर पाते हैं. एंड माई रीजन फॉर दिस इज कि मेरे पास बहुत सारी ऐसी हैंडराइटिंग्स आ रही हैं, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, कि आप हमारा एनालाइज कर दो. बट आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग देम जस्ट वेट, जस्ट बिकॉज कि मुझे वो उस लेवल पे मैं अपने आप को अभी भी नहीं पा रही हूँ कि ओके फाइन, आई कैन डू इट प्रॉपरली, क्योंकि मैं बहुत सारी चीजों में लैक कर रही हूँ. आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट. तो वो जो चीज है वो मुझे अपनी बूस्ट करनी है ऑब्वियसली, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाई आई एम ऑलवेज मेकिंग श्योर कि मैं आपके वेडनेसडे सेशंस अटेंड करूं.
प्लीज
एटलीस्ट इतना तो करूं. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग लेट्स सी, आई एम होपिंग फॉर माय बेस्ट. और दूसरी चीज, एक चीज मुझे और अपनी हैंडराइटिंग में मैं नोटिस कर रही हूँ, आई एम नॉट एबल टू राइट ऑन अप, मतलब जो लाइन पे लिखना होता है जब, तो कभी कभी कुछ ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है. इट इज अ वेवी थिंग, इट्स नॉट कंसिस्टेंटली ऑन द लाइन. और बहुत नोटिस कर रही हूँ, बहुत चेंज करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ, स्टिल इट्स गोइंग ऑन, बट फिर भी वो थोड़ा सा वेव आ जाता है, कुछ लेटर्स ऊपर चले आते लिखते लिखते, फिर एकदम अरे कहाँ जा रहे हैं, वापस आ जाओ. दैट काइंड ऑफ
writing on the line book rule book.
हाँ, समटाइम्स जब नहीं है कुछ नोट्स उतारने हैं या कुछ जैसे अभी अगर आप कुछ बोल रहे हो, एंड इफ आई एम राइटिंग इट.
No, is it happening only on the rule book or unruled book?
Ruled.
There are many interpretations to that, and the question Anshuji is asking, Anshuji, thank you so much for talking about the resistance. All the best for your new book, and do share with us all. Maybe that is going to be a mirror for all of us, so that we have all the reasons coming in. Number two is, yes, sometimes people genuinely have time challenge management, and I want to tell you one thing, and this is for everybody. Sometimes the problem in your time management is that you don't have the power of saying no to things in your life, because you say yes, 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 yes so many times that you have so many things which you have taken on where you have actually outruled your time. Make sense?
Yes.
So the way to work on your time management is learn to have the power of saying no.
Okay, I'll do that.
Are you with me? So, for example, I also get invitations for weddings. I also have to visit social obligations. And when I get the invite, so now the question is, Imran, will I do my session? Will I go there? So what I do is I accept the invite. I tell them my session gets over at 9 o'clock. 40 minutes is a drive time. I'll be there, but allow me to be there at 9:40. I'm going to do that. And sometimes if it is the time is between that, I have the power to say no, because I'm very sure मैं ज़्यादा हाँ नहीं बोलूँगा, because I will not be here completely, not be there completely. So I am not a master in time management. That's not my mastery. But I tell you one thing about psychology of time is that if you learn to have the power of saying no, you will have better time management. Are you with me?
That is the problem I am facing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, I'll manage.
Yeah, priority. For me, the priority is there. And if at all I have to make any changes, for example, there'll be in the coming month of June, there'll be times where we'll not have Wednesday sessions. I'm going to tell you in advance so that you can plan accordingly how you want to utilize that Wednesday learning time. So you need to plan yourself and keep the communication clear, Anshuji. It is all possible. चलिए, तीसरी चीज है, आपने मुझे बोली कि इमरान वेवी बेसलाइन है. See, the baseline is a line of reality. जो भी जिंदगी में अभी हो रहा है वो अपनी बेसलाइन से हमें पता चलता है. सो बेसलाइन को वेवी होने ना दें, कोशिश करें उसको ठीक करने की, बिकॉज इट टॉक्स अबाउट इनकंसिस्टेंसी इन योर एनर्जी, इट टॉक्स अबाउट इनकंसिस्टेंसी इन योर बिहेवियर, तो इट विल ऑल्सो इम्पैक्ट ऑन योर हेल्थ इन द लॉन्गर रन. So it's a caution, not to scare you, but it's a caution. So please work on that. Number 3, how do I fix this? Stop writing in the rule book, because sometimes the resistance is also because there's a line and you're supposed to follow that line. So try attempting to write in a unruled book, and then you will see whether at least there you're able to fix it. If not, then you have to go back to the 4-line book. That's the best way to fix your zones and the spacing.
Okay, fine. I'll do that.
Do share a picture of whatever you mentioned right now. So let me see whether it is a matter of concern or it is a natural process.
Sure. I'll share in the WhatsApp group.
Thank you. And every time Anshuji asks questions, she always adds a lot of value. Anshuji, all the best to whatever you're doing. And all the people who are in the healing world, a big salute to all of you, because you do things which are beyond somebody's expectations. See, as clients, they don't see the type of efforts you put in, right? But you know how much you're actually doing what has to be done. So for all the healers, for all the trainers and coaches who are working towards people, and all the lovely handwriting analysts, professional handwriting analysts who are putting in efforts to add value to people's life, a big salute to you. And I want to tell you, the war is not done. So we still have the fight on, and you're going to be creating more opportunities for people to have a better life. Thank you so much, Ji.
And one more thing I would like to add, लोग मुझे बोलते हैं कि आप ग्राफोलॉजी क्यों सीख रहे हो, because they see me attending your classes and I'm doing the practice and all. You have a different छोटे. So why you are doing this? So I always tell them कि this is a healing. Again, it's a healing for me. Because बहुत सारी चीजें इससे अपने आप मैनेज हो जाती हैं जो मुझे अपने अंदर चेंजेस लाने हैं.
And tell them.
For my own good.
And Shuji, tell them sometimes the best of work happens outside of work. Right? Sometimes the best of work happens outside of the work, because if you're always tuning, then you'll not see something else. You know, you come here, you have a conversation, you smile, I smile, we exchange energies, and Anshu will go back much more charged because she spoke something which is beyond her work and she did something which is beyond her routine.
True.
So tell them, I go there to, just to say hello to Imran. That's what I think they would. And we exchange energies, and that's how it is. So that's the idea there. You have to do this. Everybody learn this. Sometimes take it off, take a break, do something which is absolutely beyond whatever you normally do, and that will bring in. Are you with me? Thank you, Anshu. God bless. And yes, Alka ji, how are you doing? Alka ji is my youngest student of my community. So all of you who are sitting there and thinking 60 is too much, 70 is too much, Alka ji, how are you doing today?
I'm well, sir.
Great. जी आपके पास कोई सवाल है मेरे लिए अलका जी?
Sir, even when she spoke about that waving and writing, even I am suffering with that. And sometimes my handwriting becomes very, very bad, and sometimes it becomes very, very beautiful. What is it?
It is inconsistency in your energy levels and behavior, Alka ji. So share a picture of yours with me on the WhatsApp. Let me have a look at it and I'll be able to answer that. But कोशिश कीजिएगा कि एक समान baseline.
I try my level best, but at time I really get scared that how so much changes are there.
Thank you, ji. Please work on it. Great. Thank you. Shall we? Thank you so much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed further, and I want to share more with you all. So let's get on to the actual topic of today. And I want to tell you something which is very, very important. So let's focus on the ethics of being a handwriting analysis. So let me remind you, maybe that will really help you to understand this. So let's find out the important essence of it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's focus on the ethics of handwriting analysis.